Hey guys, it's Catherine. So I recently got my braces off. Actually, I got my braces off a month ago, and I'm just now getting around to this video. I know, late much, yeah. But today's video is going to be all about braces, my experience, advice, even about fake teeth, because I got two of those. This one is fake, and this one is fake. I was just born without them. I just didn't have them. It's actually more common than you would think. So I'm just going to tell you guys about my experience, and then I'll, talk about having braces and then all that. And then I'm going to go more into advice that I would have for anyone who is getting braces or has braces, just stuff that I think that you should know. And then I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about fake teeth, since people always seem to have an interest in that. So let's get started. So I got my braces on right after I had just turned 10. No, right before I got my braces on, I had 3 teeth pulled. The 2 fake ones that I had, I actually did have one of them as a baby tooth, so that one was pulled. And then I had 2 of my canines pulled, which are the pointy ones, or as I call them, vampire teeth. So I had those 3 teeth pulled, and shortly after that I got my braces on. So let me just give you a little visual. Let me just explain what this looked like, okay? So I have my molars back here, and then I didn't have any other teeth except for my 2 front teeth, which there was a huge space between. Yeah, that was me. That was what I looked like. Embarrassing, I know. Basically, when I got my braces on, it was the start of what they called phase 1, which was kind of all about bringing my 2 front teeth together. And I mean, it was easy. I only had 2 brackets, which were on my 2 front teeth. So, I mean, it wasn't that difficult. I mean, it would hurt when I got them tightened, but that only lasted for a week. And then I pretty much forgot that, my braces were even there. So it was really easy for the first 2 years because I only had those 2 brackets, and the space was closed within at least, I'd say, about 8 months. Probably a lot quicker than that. It didn't take too long for that space to close, and then it was kind of just about waiting for my canines to grow in, which took such a long time, because since the baby teeth were pulled, the baby teeth weren't ready to come out, and the adult teeth weren't ready to come in, so that is why it took so long. But finally they grew in, and it's time to start phase 2. So phase 2 is where I got braces on all of my teeth, and this happened 2 years after I got my braces on in the first place. So I was 12 at the time. I had just turned 12. So as for my bottom teeth, braces literally whipped them into shape really quickly. I have literally no problems with my bottom teeth. I mean, they were a little crooked, but they were pretty much where they needed to be, so it didn't really take long for braces to, take care of those. So as for my top teeth, it was about making sure that there was a perfect space for the fake teeth. So it was just a lot of moving around, and So 1 year later, 1 year after I got braces on all my teeth, they were finally ready to put in the fake teeth. So these were just temporary ones. They didn't really look like my teeth. They were a little bit whiter. Honestly, I didn't care, because having teeth was amazing, okay? To go from having messed up teeth your entire life to having a full smile, do you know how amazing that feels? Because it feels really good, and I was just anyways, so yeah, I finally had all my teeth. I mean, it was great. But then that last year was just about, I had a bit of an overbite. We fixed the overbite. It was about making sure that there was enough room for the implants in my jawbone, because basically what an implant is where they screw a tooth into your jaw. So there's got to be room in your jawbone. So I went to the guy who's going to be doing my implants, and he took an x-ray, and it was a different x-ray. It was more 3D, where you could take it on the computer and move it around, and then he did the implants on my computer, and it was really cool. Not on my computer, it was on his computer, but it was really cool. So they made sure that I had, proper amount of space, everything looked good, and a month ago I got my braces off after 4 years of having braces. 4 years is a lot, so don't get like scared if you're about to get on braces, because I'd say normally people will only have braces from like a year to 2 years. Like, I'd say that's average. But when you're like me and you have tons of problems, you're gonna be married to those braces for a very long time. So yeah, having my braces off, it's really nice. It feels really weird. Like, at first, I actually almost didn't like not having my braces, because I had braces for 4 years. So it was just so weird to have them off. It's like I had like perfect teeth and like a perfect smile. I was like, who is this person? Because it's not me. And then I got over that really, really quickly, and I was like, ooh, I like this. I have a nice smile. Ooh, I like this. And like I like started like actually liking pictures of me, because usually I'm like, but I actually started liking them, and it was like, ooh, this is nice. I like this. So yeah, I can't even tell you how nice it is just to have like this perfect little smile. So I do have retainers, which you will always get retainers and always wear your retainer. So I do have one. I can't really show you because there's no way to show you, but one behind these two front teeth, because as soon as he took the braces off, they already started to like want to like get away from each other. So they put on a retainer, and then they couldn't move. And then there's another retainer like the one I have here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just like a little bar, and it's behind these teeth just to, you know, for extra support. And then I do have this retainer, which is in a pink case. I was like, ooh, pink case, love pink. But yeah, so this is the top one, and it's just like molded up at my teeth. Let's not put this on because I have a horrible lisp when I wear this. And then this is the bottom. It's just, you know, just your basic retainer, nothing too exciting. And I have to wear it every night for 3 years, and then like twice a week for the rest of my life. So that's not that bad. I was really expecting them to tell me that I had to wear it 24/7 for 3 months, and they didn't. So I was like so relieved, because honestly, I would forget it, I'd lose it, and then all this stuff would happen to it. And the worst part of it all is, this thing gives me a horrible lisp, so I can't really wear it in public. As for the fake teeth that I have in my mouth now, these ones, they look exactly like my teeth. You probably didn't even know that I had fake teeth until I said something. That's because they were made in a lab to look exactly like my teeth, to fit in with my teeth, you know, to match the shade of my teeth, you know. So yeah, I really, really like them because they look just like my teeth. So yeah, but these are not the ones that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life. These are just the ones I'm gonna have until I get my implants. You can't get implants until you're fully grown. So yeah, these are the ones I have till then. And I mean, I like them, but I really want to get my implants, because these, it's like kind of scary since they're glued to the teeth like next to it. I can't really bite into anything like an apple or a sub, because my fake teeth may fall out. So that's a little scary to have the constant fear of your teeth falling out, but you know, it's only for the next few years, and then I'll have implants, and then for the rest of my life I will never have to worry about that again. I hope. So now for advice that I would give to anyone who has braces or is getting braces. Basically, just be the best patient you can be. Make sure that if they give you rubber bands, oh my gosh, rubber bands. I hate rubber bands. Everyone hates rubber bands. They're annoying. They can hurt. They're just, no one likes them. No one. Absolutely no one. But you know what? You need to wear them, because if you don't, you're wasting your parents' money. All the money that they're spending on braces, you're wasting their parents' money, and you're just gonna have braces on for longer. So just do yourself a favor and wear them. It's not that long that you're gonna have braces, so just make it as short as possible and just wear your rubber bands. It is not that big of a deal. Just wear them, please. And then make sure that you are, you know, staying on top of cleaning your teeth. Make sure that you're brushing your teeth every single day, which you should be doing anyways, obviously. Make sure that, you know, you're really flossing and just cleaning them really, really well, because if you're not too on top of that, then your gums are going to start to get really puffy. And I know my gums were really, really puffy by the end of my like braces career. But yeah, right before I got my braces off, my gums were just so done with it. They hurt so much, and it was awful. So yeah, make sure that you clean your teeth really well, because your gums are pretty much going to get puffy anyways. There's really no way to avoid it. You can just make it not as bad by, you know, taking good care of your teeth. But gums and braces, they don't work. So your gums are going to get irritated, they're going to get puffy. But just please do yourself a favor and make sure that you're like cleaning your teeth really, really well, or else it's going to make it 10 times worse. And yeah, just be a good patient. Just listen to what the orthodontist says and just do it. It's not that difficult, I promise. It's not rocket science, it's just braces. And a lot of people always ask, like, do braces hurt? Yes, braces hurt. They hurt for the first week that you get them tightened, and then you will forget that they're even there until your next appointment, and then you get them tightened again, and then they hurt again, and then a week goes by, and then... Okay, so now I'm going to talk more about my fake teeth, because everyone always finds this to be so interesting, and some people, you know, may have the same issue as me, so here you go. So yeah, as I said, these ones are not the ones that I'm going to have for the rest of my life. I'm going to be getting implants probably around the time I'm 16 or 17, they're thinking. Maybe, I hope, as soon as possible would be great. But you do have to be fully grown in your jaw so that they can basically screw a tooth into your jawbone. Sounds lovely, I know, but trust me, you have no idea how bad I want to get implants. But implants are basically the best substitute for real teeth. Like, there's no other fake tooth that is going to last as long as an implant, that is going to be as good as an implant. So, go implants! So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about anything at all, just leave them down below and I will gladly answer them for you. I had braces for 4 years, so if you got a question about braces, I probably have the answer, because I went through a lot with braces. So, you know, just hit me up because I can help you. And that's pretty much all that I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this helped you have a better understanding of braces if you were confused. I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay, I will see you guys later. Bye!